Get used to doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it. That is the most important sentence I've ever journaled. I wrote it after a long period of a lack of productivity. I think productivity is a mainstream word, but I wrote it after a long period of doing no work towards my goals. I was left unfulfilled, unhappy, quite depressed. I didn't want to be me, and I couldn't figure out why I wasn't achieving the things that I wanted. I wasn't achieving the things that would have made me happy. It was because I was waiting for motivation. I realized that waiting for motivation, waiting to want to do something, is a bad way to live. At the point that I was journaling this sentence, I started thinking, there is one thing in my life that I have actually achieved, and that is my body. It's my physical strength, my fitness. I've been going to the gym consistently for 5-6 years, more than 6 now. How? And I realized the way I had remained consistent in weightlifting was because I kept on going even when I didn't feel like it. It was almost like a joke between me and my friends when I'd wake up and everyone else was like groggy, asleep, and they'd like text me or they'd see me getting ready for it, and I'd be like asleep myself as well, but I'd go to the gym. And a lot of people have asked me, like, how do you go in the morning? How do you like go so consistently? How do you get the motivation? Like, I don't have motivation to go most of the time. If I waited for motivation, if I waited until I felt like going to exercise, I would have missed more than half of my workouts directly. The truth is that hard work is pretty much never easy. That's why it's called hard work. If you wait until you feel like doing hard work, you'll be waiting a while. And the better version of you, the one who actually wants to achieve these things so badly, he'll be racing past you. He's already started a while ago. All of these things that we're putting off, all of these important things that we're putting off. Exercise is one of the most important things ever. I needed a way to go and exercise when I didn't have the motivation to. And this concept, so then I started thinking to myself, like, no, you just have to go. You have this workout plan. It doesn't matter if you don't feel like lifting weights today because you still have this workout plan. Get used to doing the hard work when you don't feel like it. I've said that sentence to myself probably 1,000 times now. And I only journaled this about 2 months ago. But the first few weeks, I was saying it to myself perhaps 20, 30 times a day. Maybe it doesn't strike out as significant to many people, but to me it does. Every word in there is in there for a reason. It is so important. Get used to. Get used to. Just that first part, there's a reason why I've said that. I didn't just say do the hard work. I said get used to doing the hard work. Get used to. Because you have to. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take repetitive behavior to build this as a habit, as a lifestyle of doing the work when you don't feel like it. You have to get used to it. And the only way you get used to it is by genuine mental effort. I'm talking concentration. I'm talking focus. I'm talking like introspectiveness. When you've got that choice in front of you from waking up late or waking up early and going to the gym, when you wake up and you don't want to get out of bed, it takes mental and physical effort. But every time you make that right decision, you are getting used to this lifestyle. You're getting used to a lack of motivation but doing the work anyway. Getting used to. That's just the first 3 words, and I hope how I've just explained the first 3 words can just show some kind of significance here. I'd say the most important part of this sentence is even when you don't feel like it. We don't feel like doing this work most of the time. Yes, we have a massive desire for the end goal, for the aesthetic body that you want to build, the success that comes from your business, the good grades that get you that career that you want. We have massive desire and motivation for the end goal, but not so much, or pretty little desire for the daily activities that get you there. But that is what you need it most. It's the daily act that you need to have the most desire for. It's obvious, you need to have the desire for the exercise session and not for the fat loss. You need to have desire for the 2-hour studying and self-testing and not for the grades. Well, obviously you should have it for both, but I think more importantly, you should have the desire for the action and not the results. And the desire needs to be so much that even when you don't feel like it, you just know that it's something you've got to do. And that's when the getting used to bit comes in, because the more you do this, the easier it'll become. Think about how many times we did the opposite. Think about how many times we didn't do the hard work because we didn't feel like doing it. Pretty much every single day. Now we have to counteract that. If you want to achieve something, you have to counteract all of those years, like pretty much your entire life of waiting until you had motivation to do something. But every single time you counteract this feeling and you do the hard work, you get used to doing the hard work when you don't feel like it. You're one step into defeating this idea of motivation. I don't need motivation to do hard work anymore. I rely on my core values to lead me the way. And this is empowering. This is probably the strongest mentally I have ever felt. I don't need to act on my emotions. That's powerful. I feel like we all act on our emotions, and that's probably the biggest cause of our lack of work, our lack of success, our biggest arguments and problems, and our failures, because we're acting on our emotions. And our emotions are fleeting. Happiness is fleeting. Anger is fleeting. Sadness, any emotion you can think of, only happens for a certain amount of time. So how can you wait until the emotion of motivation to go to the gym? Because that emotion, even in someone who considers themselves an expert in exercise and who's 6 years into it, who's already hit his goals and stuff and has even bigger goals and has such a desire and motivation for it, my motivation only comes in a little bit. And I've built, and I feel like that is massive compared to how it used to be. But I can tell you that still, right now, I want to go to the gym maybe two days a week. I go 6 days. Sometimes I go 7 because I can't even stop myself from going. Sometimes I have massive bursts of motivation. Sometimes I have massive bursts of demotivation. So what would you do? Would you just quit when you're demotivated? Would you just give up on that goal, on that value that you set for yourself, that you wanted to be a hard worker and you wanted to achieve something? Would you just give up on that because you didn't feel like it? Success and progress are never linear. You don't just keep on losing weight every single day, down, down, down. No. You don't just keep on making more money in your business, up, up, up. No. It changes, it fluctuates. You lose 5 pounds randomly and then you gain 4 pounds, and then you lose 1 pound and then you gain half a pound. It always fluctuates. You can never see a completely straight line in human behavior and results. Life has its ups and downs. You don't need me to tell you that. You've experienced that yourself. Relying on motivation means that you suffer in those down periods, because those down periods are from a lack of motivation, and that's why they go down significantly and for big periods of our lifetime, because you just lost that motivation. You just lost that desire to exercise, lost that desire to lose weight, to achieve your dreams, to work on your business, to get a better career. You lost that desire, so now it's going down, down, down. And this sentence, all of this, links in with productivity. We all want to do more. We want to achieve more. We want more results, because results, rewards, means a better life. And being able to do more hard work when you don't feel like it is like a superpower. I've been saying superpower a lot lately, but if you haven't watched it already, I'm gonna have my video for superhuman productivity. I've went into a few tips that I feel like really link in well with this concept. Get used to doing the hard work even when you don't feel like it. Take care.